Imagine running a company without knowing what your P&L or balance sheet looks like. Imagine going to the grocery store without looking into your cabinet, your fridge, not knowing what you need, what you have. Imagine going to the shop, not knowing how much money you have. This is what we do with talent. And this is what we are going to talk about today, talent inventory, because it is absolutely mind-blowing that we are running companies without knowing our talent, what we have within the organization. Ask any HR professional, show me your talent inventory, and they just stare at you. They have no idea what is happening. And we need to talk about it because I have done a project last year in Abu Dhabi where we put that in place. In the simplest, it is simplest form, but it is working. And without that, you can't run organizations. You cannot run an organization without knowing what you have, because you don't, based on what are you going to do your talent strategy? How do you know what you need to recruit? How do you know what you need to train? So the training needs analysis is actually in your talent inventory. And we got this so wrong, and we need to talk about it. Now, I'm Sylvia, an organizational psychologist. You know me by now. And today I feel, I'm not feeling very well. So sorry for my outfit and all the look, but we have a cup of tea. There is no problem on this planet that the cup of tea cannot solve. So this is what we are going to do. Talent inventory. Ask yourself the question, do you have that at work? Probably the answer is no. Oh, you're probably going to confuse it with talent pool. Two different things. Once again, we use words interchangeably and terminologies, but talent pool is most of the time we refer to talent pool, future talent, where we can tap into higher. I'm not talking about that. We figured this one out, not really. But access to talent is easier. We have a better infrastructure around that. But we don't have a clue about what talent we have within the organization. So talent inventory is really taking a stock over what skills, what knowledge, what expertise, what strengths. So with this company in Abu Dhabi, because I moved them into towards Clifton strengths-based talent development. So actually you started feeding the system with their strengths, the top 10, and then you immediately saw who are the strategic thinkers, who are who are really high on communication. So you don't need to make up stories, because when you put in your competencies, strategic thinking, and during your appraisal, you create a story. You didn't actually measure. You can't measure. There is psychometric assessments to measure those ones. So all of a sudden, that talent database started looking like, okay, we know who are the strategic thinkers. We know who we can go when it comes to influencing. We know who we can go when it comes to building relationships. So if you are a talent professional, if you are in HR, if you are a business leader, I would like this video for you to prime your brain, really. It's a creative project. So what I would like you to imagine is that you have a system and you don't need to go crazy. Technology is there, it's easy to do. Sometimes you can use even your own HR systems, and you just ask coders, come in for a month, and they code the system, they add things to it. So don't get caught up in the, oh, we don't have that. You can make it happen. In Abu Dhabi with this company, they had a very basic HR system, and we did what we could. And they know that it needs to be done, elevated to the next level, because that was just literally the beginner phase of it. So imagine a HR system or a talent database system where you say, I have a position, director of sales, these are the skill requirements, these are the number of years of experience you need, etc., etc. And it acts like a search engine. So what you're going to do, you put all your criteria and it gives you the person from the organization, within the organization, globally. You can select your region, you can select if somebody wants to be in mobility, etc., etc. Now, wouldn't it be beautiful? Wouldn't it be beautiful if you could do that? Oh, we need somebody, a sommelier, with something very specific skill because we are running a workshop and we need to have the expertise. Who can we reach out to? Who can we reach out to if we need one specific skill, knowledge, expertise, experience? At the moment, we don't know. And that's why you also find dead bodies in organization. That guy who's been sitting in that corner for 20 years and nobody noticed him. That's why you find people leaving the organization because we don't have insight to talents and skill. So we don't know what we have, and therefore employees fear that, hey, you are not utilizing my skill, I'm going. Not being able to demonstrate and apply your skill, knowledge, talent, expertise, experience is possibly in the top 5 demotivators in organizations, and nobody is talking about it. The number of employees and people and senior leaders I talk to who are saying, oh, I'm leaving because they don't need my skill. Well, most of the time we don't even know what your skill is because you don't have information about it, right? So imagine that you have this system and you can use that as a search engine. So what we did is everybody has their own profile, and some of the HR systems already have that, right? For your PDPs and all that kind of. So it's not something that requires a massive work. What you need is thinking, what do I need? How can I use and take stock of my talent? So every employee has a profile, or the experience, or the skills, or the competencies, whatever you want to put in there. Then you also have the person is currently undergoing leadership development program. Just for the sake of argument, if your company has these programs and in Dubai, I need somebody in 3 months, and that person is already halfway through the 6 months program, perfect. Promotion, mobility, talent pipeline, succession planning. So everything is in there, including your training needs analysis. You see, I'm not feeling very well. My brain doesn't work. So, and you also have to, you cannot touch any criteria and information to the person's profile. And what I did, because I really hated this, when you want to apply for another job within the company, you need to go to speak to your manager. Now, I don't have any problem with it. I personally feel that it's very childish, because if the policy says that after 1 year I'm qualified for mobility, then the policy is already allowing me to do that. I don't need my manager's approval, right? So, and what I told them, I'm like, leave it out. You don't need that. And we configured the system in a way that after 1 year, the system automatically opens up, the person is open for mobility within the company, within the department, etc., etc. So until then, the system is closed. You can't move. That's the policy, and I'm happy with that. So you can put all of these things, right? You can put all of these little remarks for employees. Can be rehired, can be moved, cannot move for whatever reason. So you can put that, and when you are managing your talent department and somebody is looking for a role, you actually go inside first, because you have so much talent there, but you don't have the view. You don't see it. You don't know what you have within your organization. So of course, you are going to end up posting job advertisement like a crazy person. And then your employees are getting upset. I'm here, like, hi, anybody can see me? Like, I'm literally here. I've been doing this job for the past 2 years, hoping that somebody will notice me. Now, we shouldn't be relying and managing company based on managers noticing skills and talent. We need data. And this also would help in terms of eliminating this promoted by or because he or she is liked or seen or very visible, because we know those people. We can go back to the system, type the criteria, and the system gives you 20 people. Okay, let's go around. Who is open for this position? And then you reach out to your employees. So you don't need a job posting on the bloody, notice board. Now, I mean, if one more senior leader or HR person is talking about notice board and fame of wall and all that thing, then I will need another cup of tea. I cannot stand, like, which century do you live in? Fame of wall and employee of the month. Anyway, so in this talent database, you can also put the internal certifications, you can put the degrees, you can put the mandatory certification for health and safety officers, you can put if somebody's been the employee of the month and why. So then it goes straight to your skills. And then what you can do, and that's the most beautiful thing. So let's say you put Excel as a skill, right? Hard skill. So you're not gonna have to kind of do that for every single job. It's a task, but once you have it, you have the whole organization right in front of you. And then you can go to your executive board and say, this is what I have. This is how we started in January, and we developed those skills based on that, because we saw, and I come back to this, saw that they were all in red, and now they are all in green. So now talent and learning and development can actually justify their salaries. And this was the talent analysis or training needs analysis. So let's say you take Excel as a skill, hard skill, right? And then you can say you can divide it into 3: beginner, intermediate, advanced. And then you can classify your skills as you want, 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What you want. And then when you pull your report per department, per organization, then you will see these are the skills, these are in green, we don't need to deal with them, this is our strength. Then here are the intermediate, the yellow ones, right? Okay, not urgent, and these are the red. Do we still need this skill in the organization? Why is everybody red? Have we made a mistake? Nobody is using this, that's why they are red, or we are really underqualified? So for example, AI, at the moment, probably all of us would be red because we don't know. But the question is, are we going to implement a lot of AI? Are we going to use it? Do we need it? Because if it's not, then we need to maybe recalibrate these skills instead of spending money on training where we're not going to even use it, right? So you can literally do whatever you want with this talent inventory, talent database, and actually understand your workforce. Because I don't know how we got to the point that hospitality employees, for example, I can talk about them because this is always on my radar, all of them, that they say, I've been with the company for 41 years and all of a sudden I'm not needed. I could go back, I've been fired, I've been let go of, I've been, whatever. I can go literally to that profile. Okay, what happened to that person? Never a disciplinary, never a problem. The annual appraisal, because you can feed that into it if you really want to put it in there. Everything about that person is always meet expectation, exceed expect. Why are we firing that person? Why is that person need to put the green banner on LinkedIn when we owe this person? Right? So why do I have to hear hospitality professionals talking about, I don't find a job, I'm not seen? Now that's for all industry. I'm just talking about hoteliers right now. So You can link it to all your disciplinary or your every process. What was the bonus the person got? So you literally feed one system, but the main purpose is I have visibility to my talent. Because I can ask any CHROs with their fantastic recruitment plans, tell me, why are you recruiting? What do you need? Oh, we have skill shortages. Okay, which skill? And they have no bloody idea because we don't have data. Nobody has ever thought about it. We have talent pool, even that is very badly managed. There we have like, okay, this is the talent, or we have some data. Now, how do you feel about it? And you can be as creative as you want to. Now, if you know of a system that it does this with a little bit of tweak, please let me know, put it in the comment field because I really want to know. I don't know of any system. We use the existing HR system. And if you have in-house tech department, it's very easy to, technology is there to serve us, right? So all we need is literally somebody sit down, what do we need? It's a 6 to 8 months project, depending on the size of the company. Put all the details in there and then start working with your existing talent. And maybe, just maybe, then you can start solving your hiring problems. Maybe you can start solving your talent retention problems. Maybe you can start solving your motivation problems, your developing talent, etc., etc. Because everything can be on this one platform. But no, we run around with talent, with the training needs analysis on Excel sheets and God knows based on what, which please don't do that. Like, don't waste your time. By the time you finish your analysis, the workforce has changed. So yeah, if you know the system, know a system that is like ready almost and it's designed for that, let me know. I would be very interested. But you can use whatever you have and just ask the provider or your tech department if you have internally, hey guys, this is what we need, sit down and make it happen. This is what I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to die this evening probably, but I have a workshop tomorrow, so I can't die. And yeah, think strategically, because running around as a recruitment mascot, CEOs and CHROs I'm talking about, it's not a plan. It's not a strategic vision. So yeah, we have a long way to go. And I really don't understand how on earth are we running organizations without knowing what we have within. And you know what? If you go to any hotel, any company, any office building, you have the asset manager or the management. They have a sticker and QR code on every bloody chair in that building. Even on the small little decorative items, you can't take them. We know they will tell you exactly how many vases, how many sofas, how many chairs, how many tables, how many paintings on the picture on the wall we have. And we can't do the same with our talent. The very same talent that is generating the revenue for us. I leave it there. I want you to think about that.